This is a video of me explaining something that I found out months ago that really did make sense to me. If you're one of those people that decides to listen to what someone has to say but then gives a bad opinion on it even though you really didn't put much thought into what they just said, then I don't think this video will help you out very much. There's a word for people like that. Close-minded. That's the word. A few months ago, I was thinking of this big question that people ask, and that is, if God created everything, then who created God? And I was thinking about that question and I didn't know how to answer it. So I was thinking and I still didn't know. So I went on to Google because, you know, Google knows everything. And I came across this article that when I read it, it really didn't make much sense to me. But then later on in the day, I started, some other thoughts came into me and I started to think, wow, okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to be explaining something that really did make sense to me. So can something produce something? Yeah, sure, of course. I mean, if you had 2 pieces of bread and a jar of jelly, then you can make a jelly sandwich. But can nothing produce something? I mean, absolutely nothing. Not air, not gravity, not color, not space, germs, or even an area. Nothing. Blank. No, I suppose it can't, because it's pure nothingness. Then how are we here? Let's go, let's say, trillions of years back in time. No! Let's go back to the beginning of time. But how is there a beginning of time? I mean, if it was the beginning of something actually being existent, then how did that happen when there was nothing? What sparked something to be existent? I mean, there had to be something there, right? This allows what many believe is an impossibility to get in the way. And I know this sounds completely dead impossible and maybe even a little crazy, but what if something can be always existent? Do we humans truly know all possibilities? No. So many things that we believe is an impossibility could be possible. I mean, if I wanted to turn into a flying cat, then, you know, maybe that's possible, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But for something to always be existent, it makes sense. I mean, look at everything. Think of everything that was created. Animals, plants, the fact that the sun rises in the morning and the moon rises at night. The fact that I'm talking to you right now, the communication we can have with each other, our minds that we can think with. Look at these bodies that we can control. Look what we can do. Look what we can build. The emotions we can have. If you go outside, you could see grass, trees, lakes, oceans, unless you live in the desert. If you live in the desert, that would be highly unlikely for you to be able to see that. But I think you know what I mean. Do I want to live life just thinking this all just happened by chance? No, this is all just too good for it just to happen. Something must have created this. Or someone. God. What if God was always existent? I mean, he is a creator, right? He knows everything about anything. And again, look at all these things that already exist. I mean, it just had to be made by someone who knows what they're doing. Someone that's so smart that they can make something completely new. For example, germs, particles, wind, earth, space, and life. Life. Is there only one life here on Earth? I mean, when we die, is that it? We're finished? We just stop existing? I believe that there is a life after death of the flesh. A heaven. God says there is. And think about it like this. Since all these beautiful things already exist, how can we be completely sure that there's nothing else after death? I hope I will explain this to where you can understand what I mean. God is very real to me, and if you want to know why, there's a video I made months back, a video called Not Caused by I said, that you were not allowed to say that in a video. I made it I said it again. It's a video I made months ago called Not Caused by Nothing. You can click it here, or you can go in the description to get it, and I hope it can help you out. See you next week, and thanks for watching. And I salute you. 3D! God bless.